So I got a new tool off of eBay for chainsaw milling. It was 34 or 35 bucks, 36, something like that. And I think it will prolong the life of my Timber Pro with the scored piston and rings and cylinder. And in the future, whenever I get another saw, either of the same thing for parts, or actually I would probably use this saw for parts, I'll rig up this also with that saw too. And it's called a Vac Master. 2.5 gallon, 2 peak horsepower, 5 amps. So since I'm milling with the chainsaw, this chainsaw basically goes wherever the log is. And generally where the logs are, there's usually no power. So this is a corded vacuum. It's wet dry, 2-year warranty, 8-foot power cord, and I think it has a 4 or a 5-foot hose. It's 5 amps. And obviously I need something to power this. So I have my little 2-stroke Harbor Freight generator over here, and I will take this with me. And I'll take this with me whenever I go milling, and obviously the saw and all my tools, gas and oil. I'm going to have to figure out some sort of way to hook this up. I want to hook it up to the bottom here of the saw. And I'm thinking maybe a bolt or even a little piece of sheet metal riveted to the chain brake cover here, so that it will suck up all of the fine sawdust and the chips whenever I'm milling. Now, it's up for debate in the comments section what scored the piston and cylinder of this saw. Maybe it was the leaning out and stalling, that problem that I had in the beginning. Maybe I used it too hard, maybe I didn't break it in right. I'm not exactly real sure, but my suspicion is the dust getting past the air filter and making its way into the saw. So I'm hoping that this vacuum and my little 2-stroke generator, I'm hoping that this will fix this problem in the future. I don't know if this saw is quite worth getting a new cylinder, piston, and rings for it. I may just buy a cheaper or the same saw again, and then I'll have this one as a part saw. And I know there's lots of guys that have said, oh, you should buy a steel whatever, or a Husqvarna whatever. If this had happened to me when on one of those saws, oh man, I would feel horrible, and actually, to be honest with you, I'd probably be pretty angry also that this had happened to a very expensive chainsaw. They're what, $550 to $850 or something. $550 for a Husqvarna and like $850 for a steel of similar CCs, and I only paid $168.05 for this saw. So I don't really want to invest the money just yet in a nice steel one, because this one will do exactly what the steel or Husqvarna equivalent will do. Sure, it's not. There's different things about it that aren't quite as good, or some things about it that aren't quite as good, but this is good enough for now, and I've made tons and tons and tons of lumber with it, so it's paid for itself. I'm happy. So let's unbox this vacuum. So here's the owner's manual. It's like 12 pages long, I think. 11, 12. Yeah, 12, and it's written in Spanish? I'm not real sure. But it seems to... I hope it works pretty good. I'm going to be probably the true test of this thing. I'm running this thing for quite a while. Every cut and quite a long time, but time will tell. I have no affiliation with this company at all either. This was what I found on eBay, and I was at, what, Lowe's or Home Depot? When was this? Today. Yeah, Lowe's or Home Depot today, and I found the shop vac version of this thing. And it was on sale for like $29.99. I'm like, oh my gosh, that cheap, and it was the shop vac brand. So who knows if this one goes, maybe I'll buy the shop vac one. I don't exactly know how many amps that one pulled. But, yeah, you know, it's got a nice power cord, relatively thick power cord. It has a nice handle that holds down. The latches, I'm not too thrilled about these, but I mean, they'll work. It's good enough, I guess. You know, again, I only spent $35 for this thing. It does have a cord wrap, these 2 ears, I guess. And there is a spot on each side, two on each side, so 4 total, that I can use to store the attachments in. And there should be the stuff inside here. So there's a bag that's included. I'm not real sure. I guess it's the filter. There's the hose, and there's a swivel. This one swivels here, and then this one swivels here. So that's good. I like that. There's another filter. I don't know if you guys have a suggestion which one I should use, the black one or the blue one. The blue one's like a cotton, almost sort of feels like, it's not paper, but I guess it's a cotton one, and then this is the foam one. I guess this might be for the wet. That's probably for the dry. I don't know. Not real sure. And then there's the 2 attachments, the crevice tool and the little brush. I may cut these things off, the bristles, and then figure out a way to put this on the saw. And the base actually has on the bottom, I don't know if these were intended for it, but they look like spots for casters. There's 4 of them. So I went to Harbor Freight and I bought 4 of their cheapest casters. I think they were like $1 a piece. Not bad at all. But I may put them on this. I may put a board on here and then put the casters on. I would put the casters just in here, but the problem is the ones that I bought, they have the 4 screws that you put to screw the caster into the base. So I could probably do that, but I don't really want to, drill holes in the base of this thing. So I guess without further ado, I'll get the generator fired up here, and you guys can see the vacuum run on generator power. So this will be a cold start of the Harbor Freight generator. I don't know why the red looks pink in the video, but oh well. So I'll put this thing to start and turn the fuel to on. I haven't started this thing in a long time, so who knows how long this is going to take. I guess I wasn't too bad for, what was that, 10 pulls. So I'm going to let this thing warm up a bit, and then we'll plug the vacuum in and see how it works. I'm not going to do any chainsaw milling yet. It's, I don't know, probably 9 o'clock right now. I also wanted to add this little vacuum. It has like 150 or 180 CFM or SCFM, I don't really know. I'll try to put a link to it down in the description, and then you guys can read about it there. So this thing's probably warmed up a bit, and let's turn it on and see how it works. Yeah, it's definitely got quite a bit of suction, and it's definitely putting my generator under quite a bit of a strain. Wow, that's actually pretty good. I like that. So there you go. You've seen the generator power my vacuum, and it's. I'm hoping this will work. It should at least suck up all the fine stuff. I will have to empty out this thing quite a bit. I don't really know. We will see. Time will tell. And if you guys would, post in the comments section, how do you think I should mount this to my chainsaw? I definitely think it's a necessary tool, and it will extend the life of this saw, and it will extend the life of the saw after this one. So my camera's about to die here, so I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you all in the next one. Hopefully I'll be doing some chainsaw milling in, I don't know, a week or two. It's been pretty hot lately here, so I don't know. We will see.